What I'm about to tell you is shocking, but I have to tell you, that's the goal of this channel. And I've learned this the hard way through 15 years as a financial advisor and 8 years running multiple businesses with hundreds of employees under my guidance. Money amplifies who you already are. If you're generous, wealth makes you more generous. If you're selfish, it makes you a tyrant. But here's the brutal truth most people refuse to acknowledge. Money can't buy happiness, but the lack of it can certainly steal joy. The real tragedy? Some of the wealthiest families on this planet are living proof that unlimited resources can create unlimited misery. Before we dive into these shocking stories, if you're new to Cash and Consequences, I'm Franklin, and I want to personally thank every subscriber who's already joined our community. Your support keeps this channel alive. For those watching who haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. These investigations take weeks of research, and your subscription tells me you value expert financial insights that could literally transform your life forever. Let me tell you about the Vanderbilt family, once worth over $200 billion in today's money. Cornelius Vanderbilt built an empire, but by the time his great-great-granddaughter Gloria Vanderbilt died, the family fortune had virtually disappeared. Not because of market crashes, but because of something far more destructive: the curse of entitled children who never learned the value of money. I've seen this pattern repeatedly in my consulting work. Wealthy parents who think they're protecting their children by shielding them from financial reality, only to create adults who can't function without constant bailouts. But here's where it gets really dark. I have a client, I'll call him Richard, worth approximately $800 million. 3 years ago, he told me something that still haunts me. Franklin, I haven't had a genuine conversation with my son in 5 years. Every time we talk, he's asking for money. I created a monster. Richard's son, now 35, has never held a real job, burned through $50 million in trust fund money, and recently demanded another $20 million to start his 4th failed business venture. The family gatherings? Pure theater. Everyone's calculating their inheritance while pretending to care about each other. Let me pause here for a moment. If this content is adding value to your life, please subscribe to Cash and Consequences. Creating these deep dive analyses requires extensive research, interviews, and countless hours of preparation. Your subscription encourages this work and helps me continue delivering insights that can change lives forever. Thank you. Now let's talk about the tech billionaires. You'd think Silicon Valley's elite would have cracked the happiness code, right? Wrong. I remember reading about a fascinating study from Stanford University that tracked tech executives worth over $100 million. Despite having unlimited resources, they reported higher rates of anxiety, depression, and family dysfunction than middle-class families. Why? Because extreme wealth creates extreme isolation. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. Before his divorce, multiple reports suggested that despite his $180 billion fortune, he struggled with work-life balance to such an extreme that his marriage couldn't survive. Or consider Howard Hughes, who ended up a recluse, terrified of germs, surrounded by his billions but utterly alone. Money became his prison, not his freedom. Here's something that'll blow your mind. I once attended a private dinner in Manhattan with several ultra-high net worth individuals. One woman, worth about $2 billion from her tech company sale, confessed, "I haven't had a real friendship in a decade. Everyone wants something from me. I'm the richest lonely person you'll ever meet." She spends $500,000 annually on therapy, just trying to find authentic human connection. But let's get specific about family dynamics. The Rockefeller family, despite their incredible philanthropic legacy, has dealt with generations of internal conflict. Different branches fighting over foundation control, family members feeling pressured to live up to impossible standards, children struggling with identity when your last name opens every door, but also creates crushing expectations. In France, I've studied the Bettencourt family, the L'Oréal dynasty. Despite being worth over $70 billion, they've endured decades of family lawsuits, accusations of mental manipulation, and bitter inheritance battles. Money didn't unite them. It tore them apart. The patriarch's daughter spent years in court fighting her own mother's advisors, claiming they were exploiting her aging mother for financial gain. Here's what I've learned from 15 years in this business. Ultra-wealthy families often suffer from what I call prosperity paralysis. They're so afraid of losing their wealth that they can't enjoy it. They're so worried about their children becoming spoiled that they create emotional distance. They're so concerned about being used for money that they can't form genuine relationships. I have another client in Toronto, let's call her Sarah, worth about $400 million from her family's real estate empire. She told me last month, "Franklin, I haven't bought myself anything meaningful in years because I'm constantly calculating return on investment. I can afford anything, but I can't enjoy anything." Her teenage daughter recently asked her, "Mom, what makes you happy?" Sarah realized she couldn't answer the question. The Canadian oil families provide another perfect example. Despite generations of wealth, many report feeling trapped by their legacy. One heir told me, "I never chose this life. I inherited a business I hate, responsibilities I didn't want, and expectations I can't meet. But if I walk away, I'm letting down 4 generations of family sacrifice." Now contrast this with what I've observed in middle-class families. Yes, they worry about money, but they also experience pure joy from simple achievements, paying off a car loan, saving for a family vacation, watching their children graduate college debt-free. Ultra-wealthy families often can't access these basic satisfactions because money has removed all sense of accomplishment. So what's the solution? In my experience, the happiest wealthy families follow 3 principles. First, they teach their children to work for everything, regardless of family wealth. Second, they use their money for experiences and relationships, not just acquisition. Third, they maintain perspective by regularly engaging with people outside their economic bubble. Let me ask you something, and please answer in the comments below. If you inherited $100 million tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd do? And where are you watching this video from? I love connecting with viewers from around the world. Remember, money is a tool, not a destination. The families who understand this principle, the Gates, the Buffetts, seem to maintain their humanity despite their wealth. Those who worship money as their god, they often discover that gods make terrible masters. If you found value in this analysis, please subscribe to Cash and Consequences and hit the notification bell. Your support enables me to continue investigating these crucial financial truths that mainstream media won't discuss. Until next time, remember, true wealth isn't what you own, it's what owns you.